Hi, I'm Max Rodriguez, and this is Writers on Writing. Who then, if there's a who, or at least what then, would be the better representative for us as the leader of our country?
Right. So part of what we saw with the campaign of Bernie Sanders is that when you have organizing across the country, that we produce and generate better choices. People tend to get the directional flow wrong. They actually think Bernie Sanders is the cause for all of that energy, when all of that energy is the cause for Bernie Sanders. Mm-hmm. Right. So I think we need to understand. And so if we are engaged in democratic work, and remember, voting is the last thing you're supposed to do. Democracy is so much more expansive than just simply electoral politics. If we're doing democratic work daily, which is part of what this project is all about, right? In building a robust public where folks are reading and thinking and critically engaging one another, that's democratic work in my mind, then we'll generate better choices. We'll generate better choices. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but I do know it has to be someone who's committed to the decency and standing of everyday ordinary people, who prefer human beings over corporations, who understand that we need an environment that's healthy, that's flourishing, that's vibrant, if we're going to secure the future of our children. And so when I think about Hillary Clinton, she fails. She gets at least a D in almost every one of those categories. And I say this without any hyperbole, right? Over the last few months, we've been inundated with this kind of story, this rebranding of Hillary Clinton. But when we look at her work, her support, although this is the legislation of Bill Clinton, her work on behalf of welfare reform, her work on behalf of criminal justice reform, of the crime bill. You know, the Clintons put over 1 million people of color in jail, right, in prison, right? When we look at the dismantling of Glass-Steagall, when we think about her hawkishness, right, the first person she says she's going to invite to the White House will be Benjamin Netanyahu. Right? No matter your position on Israel and Palestine, but Benjamin Netanyahu. Right? We look at what her policies have wrought in terms of Syria, what it has wrought in terms of Iraq, what it has wrought, right, in terms of Honduras, Central America. Remember what she said in response to those children fleeing the violence of Honduras and Central America. We have to send them back home. Right? It's not, see, and this is the thing, that people make the claim that because she will be the first woman president, that somehow there is a direct correlation between that and empathy, right? If that was the case, then we should all have been jumping for joy when Margaret Thatcher became the Prime Minister of England, and we know who the Iron Lady was, right? And the policies wrought by her. So when I look at the particulars at the level of foreign policy, when I look at the way in which she imagines the economy working, right? How she thinks about workers, how late she came to fight for 15, right? The way in which she thinks and talks about organizing, right? I think we need robust unions in this country. Probably not a robust police union, but we need robust unions in this country. I'm not sure of a position on that. I'm not sure about the way in which she imagines Main Street. Right? I do know she is indebted to Wall Street. And so if we're going to have a genuine revolution of value, we can't settle. We can't settle. And then we're going to have to, I said this to a friend of mine not too long ago, in moments of genuine democratic change, if we succumb to the vice of fear, right, we undermine the virtue of courage. And what we need more than anything today, Max, is courage.
We hope you enjoyed Writers on Writing. Please visit us on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and on QBR.com.